and as an economist, what's fundamentally most important to me is innovation. Right? And none of these models incorporate the fact that there will be innovation implications of these agreements. In my own research, I've pointed out to two particular sources of innovative impetus. One is the fact that this agreement is going to expose us to the Japanese in a way we've never been exposed to before. And the Japanese are very sophisticated buyers of our goods, and they're going to force us to be better, and they're going to make suggestions for how we can become better. Whether we're talking about manufacturing goods, which seems a little bit doubtful, but a whole array of agricultural products, which in today's world of biogenetics is going to be a high-tech industry. When you take a look at the effect of Japan spurring on our innovation, and you take into account the fact that innovation is very costly, and you have all these upfront costs of innovation, in order to justify them, you need large markets to sell into. And TPP is going to give us the large markets which will justify these large R&D items on firms' budgets, and make it look like, and give a case to CEOs for why R&D should be done more than it is currently being done. So my estimates are that that's going to raise innovation, raise productivity in Canada by exactly as it turns out 1.3%, which is a number equal to that high $100 billion number I gave you. But that's not all that we're going to get from that, because these agreements put a lot of pressure and a lot of support on Canadian firms. So if you start thinking about an industry not as, a homogeneous collection of firms who are all producing, say, wheat, but you start thinking of them as, really as superb firms and really bad firms, then you start to see that pressure and support in very tangible ways. Because the agreement will create winners and losers, and those losers are going to be the low productivity firms who can't compete. And the winners are going to be the firms who not only are productive enough to be successful in Canada, but they're productive enough to penetrate foreign markets when they get that opportunity. So what you're going to get is a rise in productivity, because we're dropping our worst firms and we're allowing our best firms to expand. And that is another 2 percentage points. That's another $200 billion of productivity gains for Canada. So we're starting to look at big numbers. So you can see why I'm a big fan of TPP, even though the assessments that I've seen don't entirely persuade me of that.